Hello students, welcome to the video lecture series on Chemical Engineering Thermodynamics 2. Myself Jaimin Pandya, Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering Department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So let's continue with the chapter number 1, which is phase equilibria. So in this lecture we are going to calculate which based on PXY diagram and equimolar solution. So let's start with this numerical. So in statement told that an equimolar solution of benzene and toluene is totally evaporated at constant temperature of 363 Kelvin. At this temperature, the vapor pressure of benzene and toluene are 135.4 kilopascal and 54 kilopascal respectively. What are the pressures at beginning and at end of the vaporization process? So we have to calculate the vaporization pressure at beginning and at end of the vaporization. So let's first write given data. So in statement told that the equimolar solution which means x1 is equal to 0.5 and x2 is equal to 0.5. So there is a equimolar solution. So can say that x1 is a 0.5 and x2 is a 0.5. x1 which becomes our benzene and x2 which is our toluene. So we can find out the pressure using bubble point equation. So for bubble point equation, that can be given by P is equal to summation of xi pi saturated. Okay, so this P is a total pressure. For binary mixture, this equation becomes P is equal to x1 P1 saturated plus x2 P2 saturated. Now P is equal to x1 which is a 0.5, then P1 1 is a benzene, component 1 is a benzene. So what is the vapor pressure for benzene is a 135.4. So let's first write 135.4 plus x2 which is a 0.5, P2 which is a 54. So this is a P2 which is a vapor pressure of toluene, that can be given by 54. So if we are going to calculate the bubble point pressure for this solution, we will get the bubble point pressure which is a 94.7 kilopascal. So this pressure becomes our bubble point pressure, which is our where the vaporization will start. So vaporization will start at 94.7 kilopascal. So it's a beginning pressure which told that in statement we have to find the beginning pressure, or can say that bubble point pressure. So bubble point pressure for this system is a 94.7 kilopascal. Now let's find pressure at end of the vaporization, and that can be found using the dew point pressure. Dew point pressure equation, that given by P is equal to 1 upon summation of yi pi. For binary mixture, this equation becomes y1 P plus y2 P2, P1S and P2S. So if we are going to put the value, then this term becomes here in statement told that there is a equimolar solution. So y1 which becomes 0.5 and y2 which becomes 0.5. So let's write 0.5 upon P1 saturated which is a 135.4 plus 0.5 upon P2 which is a 54. So if we are going to calculate this term, we will get the value of pressure, that can be given by 77.20 kilopascal. So it becomes our dew point pressure. or can say that vaporization which end at this pressure. So ending pressure for the this solution. So it becomes our ending pressure or end of the vaporization pressure. So for this solution, vaporization will start take place at 94.7 kilopascal pressure and end at 77.20 kilopascal. We know that pxy diagram can draw like this: pxy, where this upper curve is known as the bubble point curve, and this lower curve is known as the dew point curve. So at this pressure, let's suppose this is the equimolar solution. So here there is a zero point 0.5 mole fraction. This is 0 to 1. So that at this point, at this line, vaporization take place. So this pressure is our bubble point pressure that can be given by 94.7. So it becomes our 94.7 kilopascal, and this pressure, dew point pressure, that becomes 77.20 kilopascal. So this is how we can calculate the bubble point pressure and the dew point pressure, or can say that beginning and end of the vaporization pressure. So this is how we can calculate this numerical. Now let's calculate one another numerical based on pxy diagram, a binary system acetonitrile, which is our component 1, and component 2, which is a nitromethane, conform close to Raoult's law. So we can use the Raoult's law. Vapor pressure of pure species are given by the Antony equation, which is a ln P1 and P2. So there will be a two Antony equation given here for the component 1, which is a acetonitrile, and component 2, which is for the nitromethane. So we have to draw the pxy diagram at 75 degrees Celsius. So let's calculate this numerical. To calculate this numerical, let's first write the Antony equation for the component 1, which is a acetonitrile, and Antony equation for acetonitrile that can be given by 14.2074.24 minus 2945.47 divided by T, temperature, which is a 75 degrees Celsius. So using the value of temperature 75 degrees Celsius in this equation, plus the component C, which is a 224. So if we are going to calculate this stuff, we will get the value of ln P1 saturated, which is a 4.4213. Now if we want to remove the ln, we have to put this value in power of exponential. So we will get the P1 saturated. So P1 saturated becomes 83.2068 kilopascal. So it becomes our P1. Now let's write P2 saturated. For P2 saturated, this equation becomes 14.2043 minus 2972.64 divided by temperature, which is a 75 plus 209. Okay, so if we are going to calculate this stuff, we will get the value of ln P2, which is a 3.7372. So we will get, by removing this ln, by putting this value on exponential power, so we will get the value of P2, which becomes 41.9827 kilopascal. Okay, so this is our vapor pressure for component 1, and this is for vapor pressure for component 2. So to draw pxy diagram, we have to assume value of x from 0 to 1, or can say that value of x1, to draw px1 and pxy1 diagram. So it becomes value of x1 is equal to, we are going to assume value of x1 is equal to 0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 and 1. putting this value of x1 in bubble point equation, we will get the value of pressure. So what is bubble point equation? Bubble point equation that can be given by P is equal to summation of xi pi saturated. For the binary mixture, this equation becomes x1 p1 saturated plus x2 p2 saturated. Okay, so using value of x1, we can find the value of p. What, how we can find the x2? We know that x1 plus x2 is equal to 1. So to find the value of x2, we can say that 1 minus x1. So putting the value of x1 this equation, we will get the value of x2. Using this value of x2 in this equation, we already have assumed the value of x1. And what is value of p1 and p2? We already find the value of p1 and p2 here. So using that all the value in this equation, we can calculate pressure for that particular x1. So using this value of pressure in route flow, what is route flow? Route flow that can be given by P1 Y1P is equal to X1 P1 saturated. So for the Y1, this equation becomes X1 P1 saturated upon P. Okay. So putting the value of X1 P1 saturated and P, which we find here. So putting the value of pressure in this equation, we can find the value of Y1. And using this all stuff, value of x1 y1 and p, we have to make the table at a different composition and find the value of pressure and y1 and make the chart. So let's suppose first, for first iteration we are going to put the value x1 is equal to 0, then our x2 becomes 1. So this using this both value in this bubble point equation, we can find out the pressure. So our pressure that becomes 41.98 kilopascal, and using this value of P in this equation of route flow, we will get the value of y1, we will get 0. Similarly for iteration 2, x1 is equal to 0.2, so our x2 becomes 0.8. So we will get the value of pressure. So we will get the value of pressure that can be given by 50.227, and we will get the value of route flow. Using route flow, we will get the value of y1, which is a 0.3313. Then again, if we are going to find out the value of y1 and p using equation 3, or can say that iteration 3, for iteration 3, x1 which is a 0.4, so our x2 which becomes 0.6. So for this equation, using bubble point equation, we can find the pressure 0.4, pressure becomes 58.472 kilopascal, and y1 becomes, using the route flow, we can find the y1 which is a 0.5692. Again for iteration 4, we can find the value of x1, we assume the value of x1 which is a 0.6, so our x2 that becomes 0.4. So using the bubble point equation, we can find the value of pressure by putting this value of x1 and x2 in bubble point equation. We can find the value of pressure that can be given by 66.770 kilopascal. Putting the value of pressure in the outflow, we can find the y1 that can be given by value of y1 for the 0.6 x1 that can be 0.7482. Similarly for the iteration 5, if we are going to find for iteration 5, x1 is a point, here we are taking 0.6, so here we are going to take 0.8. So if we are taking 0.8, then x2 becomes 0.2. Okay, so using the bubble point equation, we can find the pressure for 0.8 that can be 74.084 kilopascal, and y1 using the route flow we will get 0.888. Similarly, last iteration, which is x1 is equal to 1, so we will get the value of x2 is equal to 0. So we will get the value of pressure P is equal to 83.206 and y1 is equal to 1. So using all this data, we have to make the table. So if we are going to make the table, then it's look like this. Here I make the table from, instead of 0.26.8, I am going to make the table 0.1, 0.2, 0.6. If you want to make a better graph, then you have to take merge the point. Okay, but if you are going to take the point 0, 0.2, 0.4, that will be okay for the 7 mark question. There is no need to write for the 0.1, 0.3, 0.5, 0.7 and 0.9. Okay, so you can also find the value of by plotting interval of 0.1. So if you are going to take interval of 0.1, you will get the table like this. And if you are going to plot the graph in Excel, you will get the graph like this. So in exam, you have to plot the graph on a graph paper. I already show in a previous lecture how we have to plot the graph in a graph paper. Now let's see how we can plot the graph on Excel. So if you want to plot the graph on Excel, just first open the Excel and write all the data like x1, y1 and p1. You will get table like this. Then again you have to select this all data. Then you have to go in a chart, insert this insert menu. In insert, you have to select the scatter chart. So you get the default chart like this. Then you have to select manual data from this. So you have to use this term to the select the data. So if you are going to select this, you will get this type of dialog box where you have to put the value of series 1 and series 2. In series 1, we are going to make the px, and in series 2 we are going to py. So first give the name of this px, then select the correct the series of by choosing this value like this. So you get the value using this graph like this. Then again for the y1, you have to plot the graph for the y1. So you will get the graph like this. So this graph is slightly short, so put the value minimum value 30, because our graph starts from the 40. So you will get the better result. Then give the name of the chart, which is a pxy chart. It will look like this. Okay, so this is how we can plot the graph on Excel. So this is all about today's lecture. I am completing my lecture here. Thank you.